Alright, what is up, y'all? It has been a hot minute. I'm back now in Connecticut. I was out for a month in the Philippines, so I didn't really do service stuff for a while or go with vlog related stuff except for Instagram posts. But now that I'm back, I'm going to be continuing videos. And with that being said, I'm going to start off with my travel to the Philippines and the pictures that I took along the way, explain some things that I did in the picture, the best of my memory because it's been 2 months. So, my first picture is the construction, the expansion at Bradley Airport because there's 20 gates. I think they're adding a new terminal or they're adding new gates. I don't know. And then I was like, oh, Breeze Airways is a new airline. There are a lot of new airlines since the pandemic. Love the journey. Love that. So that's why there's like airlines that I don't know, like Spirit Airlines, all that. Then I got a book called, I think it's here, The Splendid and the Vile. It's a World War II book that focuses on 1940 to 1941. It talks about Churchill's early life, or not his early life, what I'm trying to say. I'm talking about early during the war when Britain wasn't invaded yet. It's really detailed, and I read through some of the book on the plane. Warned that later. Took a picture of the one of the gates, going to somewhere else probably. Read the back of the book for the summary. For me, it's inspiring. So, and then I sat in the front of the plane, I think row 8. Took a picture of the gate, so I was gate 6. I see now, I remember. Aer Lingus, I don't know if it's a new airline, but like I said, there's a lot of new airlines. So American Airlines has their own hub. Bradley has their hub. About to take off, waiting for departure, and then departure already happened. Since it was summer, I can check the date actually. This was August 12th, so it's still hot, like 90 degrees in the afternoon, Fahrenheit, 70 in the evening. Good weather. Picture quality was better than I think because I had more space, but now it's trying to save space when I take a picture. And so clouds, and man, that looks great. Like, because the sun is not on us, but you can see the rays where the sunlight is coming. A lot more clouds. We had to divert because there was a storm somewhere. So then it got thick, like super thick. And then I think at this point, we're not over Colorado yet because I stopped over there. But there's windmills. So it was nice that I was able to zoom into that from 35,000 feet above the ground, or 7 miles, or 12 kilometers above the ground was our flight ceiling. Took a picture of the contents of that book. And then bleak expectations. We thought that Great Britain was going to get conquered because Great Britain's the only strong country left in Europe that can fight against the Nazis. And then basically Churchill's goal was to get the US, convince the US to help Great Britain because the US was anti-war. It's like, I shall drag the United States in because public opinion, 86% of people did not want to join World War II. The US to join World War II. And then it was sunset because I stopped over in Denver International Airport. It's a really big airport with 6 runways. Colorado has a lot of these circle structure farms. It's pretty interesting. I haven't seen it anywhere as I looked out the window. So, yeah, big airport, 6 runways. We landed right during sunset, so you could see the lights already. Another Southwest plane passing by. Southwest has like they don't have their own dedicated hub, but it's like one of those hubs where only a few airlines are. So it was nice seeing the airport again. I always stop over there. I don't stop over in Midway anymore in Chicago. This one's newer, this airport, built in 1995. Boldly Go, they also have a lot of inspiring panels, so it was nice seeing that. And I was planning to go on the train to explore the other terminals and walk there, possibly eat something that I discover, but it was already late and I think boarding was in 30 minutes, so I'm like, nah, I'm not going to risk it. Even though trains come every 5 minutes, what if something happens, right? And then the Wright brothers, they moved the signs around, so that's not there anymore when I came back here. But I like that. I also got the web page. Then they have these perfect tourist selfie areas. Did I put it in this folder? I don't think I did. But there was no one because it was nighttime. I think the daytime there were people, but that's coming back. So get paid in headphones. I don't know, I'll just keep it in my head. I don't want to divert the topic of the video. So I get on the plane. It's nighttime already. And then I think it was 7 p.m. And then it takes 2 hours to go to California. And then runway lights. Oh, love that. And then I think it's one of those runways that's far from the terminal, so there's no light. I like the shot though. So this is Denver, Colorado at night. Except not exactly in the downtown, because you can see that there's no tall buildings nearby. The airport's kind of like close to the rural area. I got some apple juice on the plane. And then I'm about to land. I think it was 8 p.m. Yeah, that's Ontario Airport because I recognize those buildings. So land. So the reason why I flew to LA first is because to meet with my mom so that we can fly together to the Philippines. So basically the itinerary, just to recap, is fly from Connecticut, then stop over in Colorado, change plane, and then fly to California. But not LAX. Ontario Airport is the second busiest airport in Southern California, and it is the designated airport in case LAX is full. Ontario Airport has 2 runways, serving 20 million passengers per year, but they have the capacity to serve up to 60 million at least before it gets congested. So Ontario Airport is still, that's why Ontario Airport is the place I go to and not LAX, because I avoid traffic. And there's not much people. 20 million passengers a year is actually a small number. Like if you compare airports, and anyways, I like researching those stuff. Enough about that. So we land at the Southwest area. And then I take a picture of my room again because it's been 2 months since I've seen my room. My mom prepared it for me, so it was nice. It's all clean. And then the next day after, I go walking at the park. I'm not jet lagged because technically, if I wake up 6 a.m. in California, it's already 9 a.m. in Connecticut. So 6 a.m. is not early for me at that point. The weather looks nice. It was nice feeling sunny, clear skies. It's not raining every day like in the East Coast. It's not humid. It's not a rainy area. That was the biggest thing I noticed. But the one thing that I also noticed, having lived in the East Coast and in like a rural state area versus California, is that the sky is more polluted in California. You don't see it here, but anyways. Then I went to Jollibee with my mom, and then the next day, leftovers. I reheated it in the convection oven, and then I walked to Vaughn's and I got SPF 25 chapstick. That was new. So 2 in 1. More pictures of the park. I went again, and it looks really nice in the summer. And it's also that photo, I'd say. Picture quality. I need to clear space in my phone so I can have that picture quality again. And then I went to a Hawaiian restaurant with my mom. She told me this is where she used to go to with her friend. And the place is good. The food is good. North Shore is the name. So, and then she got spam musubi as well. And then we got some Vietnamese coffee, me and my mom. So I stayed in California for a week. So we used the time to go around. She'd be like, oh, the food that's not in Connecticut, you should try again in California. Because what she was saying is right, that there's not much like Asian restaurants that we're used to. Or there's no Korean barbecue nearby either. In the place I'm staying, but in California, it's everywhere. And I have a car I can use to drive with her. So, and then this is the day before traveling. I got some hand sanitizer, travel pack for both of us from Bed Bath and Body Works. I get it right. So now we're in LAX, and going to Philippine Airlines. One thing I like this year about Philippine Airlines is they kind of did some announcement. They said, "Welcome to Philippine Airlines, mabuhay," and then they went to the stand and some people were clapping. And we got our boarding passes. Went to Coffee Bean because somehow Starbucks is not in LAX unless Coffee Bean bought the rights to be a monopoly. I don't know how this works. There's no Starbucks in LAX, but Coffee Bean's good too. And I prefer the food options. There's more options. And so what I liked about what I noticed about American Airlines that I did not notice at Ontario Airport is that they have custom liveries now. You'll see one of the planes over there. It's not there yet, that video. I took a video of the luggage. My mom Virgin Galactic, not Virgin Galactic, I think it's just Virgin Airlines, British Airways. That's the one. Stand Up to Cancer. I like those custom liveries. It's pretty cool. So that's where me and my mom were sitting for a few hours because we got there early to avoid traffic. So we just texted family, caught up, told them the news when we're arriving, send them pictures. I took a picture of all the airlines because I wanted to remember them in case in the future, like I haven't gone to Europe yet, and that's the plan for me to go hopefully next year. And of course, I'll make a video about that too. So that Stand Up to Cancer livery American Airlines plane is taxiing to take off. I think that's the only shot I got of the taxi. And then after that, so we checked in our luggage, went through TSA. Now we're inside the international terminal by the duty-free shops. That was one of the posters that were up there. It's animated. So LA duty-free, and then there's a bookstore. I checked to see if there were any new books. There's a new book I want to get later. But yeah, Terminal B, picture of me. And that changes too. So I wanted to get a picture where there was greenery on it. It's an Amex ad. You can see there's 2 restaurants in the terminal as well. Forgot the name, but it's like a bar kind of style setting. Got croissant because me and my mom, we both like croissants and coffee, especially coffee. And then we sat for another 2 hours because was it 1 or 2 hours? I forget. Because it's a long walk. We walked around Terminal B so that we could see what shops were there. And then my mom was like, man, like we've seen more shops in South Korea International Airport, Incheon International Airport, and all. And yeah, that's true. Those airports are newer. So LAX is an old airport. It needs to modernize more. So anyways, enough on that. We sat for 1 or 2 hours because our gate, we have to go underneath the tarmac. That's why it's deep. We have to take a steep escalator going down under the tarmac to go to the new terminal, which is not connected by tram or bridge. Well, he can't connect by bridge because then that would block the planes. So we go under the tarmac. It's like half a mile walk actually. And then eventually, so there's also ads about like places that you can fly to from LAX. I definitely want to go to Amsterdam, Netherlands. Took a picture of the design, the architecture of this West Wing terminal, which is only accessible by walking underground for half a mile. And then you got 20 more gates. So it was nice. We walked around, but we didn't have time anymore. Next time, we'll come here a bit earlier to this West Terminal to get more shops. There was also a Filipino group, like I think a group of 10 to 20 students who came here, and their flight was paid for by a lot of people so that they could vlog. And I don't know what they were doing, but it seemed like a fun school project where they had the opportunity to travel because they shot a vlog. 20 students, you see all of them sitting on their phones, probably talking about their trip with their friends, telling their family that they're going back. This is where we're in the plane now, and looking for a movie. The movie that I watched was Sonic 2. Yeah, it was Sonic 2. I think it was a good movie. So we're riding the B777-300ER. We're on the back of the plane because that's row 62. And then yeah, more people coming in. This is after dinner, so dinner gets served 1 to 2 hours after we start flying, and then the lights go out so all of us can sleep. I think this is breakfast because yeah, that's breakfast. That's or is it dinner? No, I think it's dinner. No, it is breakfast because right after is the landing in Manila. So that's that. It's the food's good, but I can tell it's like reheated, but that's how it be, you have to store stuff and reheat them, especially to feed 400 people on the plane. Is it 400? Around 300 maybe. So now we're landing through Manila. It is, what day is it? It's August 18. So we landed, because we're sitting on the right side, we're able to see the Metro Manila skyline. So you can see from this video, There was also someone sitting next to us. He was recording, so I was like, you know what, we're gonna exchange turns. So wait, is that all I? What? Oh, I thought I transferred more. All right. So after that, we land, and then yeah, that's about it. I'm gonna make another video for when we get off the plane and we're already in Metro Manila. But I'll talk about it right now, a little bit about it. So the thing that's different this year was that they changed. PAL used to have their own terminal, both domestic and international. What happened was that they split up the international so that they land in Terminal 1 and domestic lands in Terminal 2. And you know how we have to get a domestic plane to fly from Manila to Bohol, right? So now we have to take the bus from Terminal 1 to Terminal 2 so that we can actually like fly domestic flights, and that takes about an hour at least because you have to go through immigration, you have to get your passport checked twice, I think, and then you have to wait for the bus to transfer over. So it's not good if your layover is less than 2 hours, because what happens is that Manila advises people not to fly if they're going from Terminal 2 to Terminal 1 and vice versa, because you have to wait for a bus. What if you miss the plane? And that's exactly what happened coming back, but more on that later. I just wanted to talk more because I thought there was other photos that I put in this folder. So that's all I have. Next up, the next video, I'm going to be talking about what we did in Manila, me and my mom, and then after that, the flight going to Bohol. So that's that. And with that, thank you all for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like if you did, comment, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace out.